to bite down on you right now, on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the race for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Where the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I'm gonna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you broke them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. Bust down. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some gobbler.
EA Sports coverage of the Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Trevor Davis now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield. And get
rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. In early 2nd and long they're facing. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Open man is Allison, complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough. Rodgers to Allison. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receiver.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush and down. Mr. Famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brees. Buying time to his left. Now Breeze lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. On first down, Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to find Graham, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is first and goal from about the 8. Rodgers again now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Breeze again here on second and 10. Now Breeze lost the football. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. From the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Escaping the pressure right, and this is going to be incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Ready? You ready? You ready? What's that?
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And now the Packers get set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On second down, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime? And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Hey, kill!
Breeze to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
36. Ready? We're waiting. 21.
Throwing now is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Pushing his way through. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Breeze now on 1st down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze sliding out of the pocket. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Check. Easy. Ready.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Benjamin Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Lutz now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Breeze. Steps away to his left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good... Oh, and a bad throw, and it's a fumble.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Breeze. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Now Brees will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Here's a toss coming right. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There
you don't like it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll...
50.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete.
thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now listen no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, Manning. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, here's Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
Zebra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Wiggles free. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Manning. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Rodgers now on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And he'll bang that one through. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Shotgun now for Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working from the gun, Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Manning going to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Again, it's Manning. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
19 on the last play, 19 more here at another first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers again now. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Being chased out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1 yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. In his own end zone, it's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, it's Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold it.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and irate, and we act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the end zone, Smith got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On first down, Smith. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Smith. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually...
And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before half for Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Again, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He fights him off, and the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking deep for Adams. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.